The shit's here. Well, it's a bit frosty now, so it's spot. When I left home, it was minus 0.5, probably about 1 degrees now. Yeah, so it's a bit cold, guys. We had a few wood chip deliveries. I did help myself probably about 20 barrels or something to fill up my puff, and yeah, so just want to show off my car. It's not a new one, so M140i. I do love the BMW 40i models. We used to have a 440i before. It was a lovely car. But I think I love this one. It's more fun. So today's jobs are to clean up greenhouses, obviously. Probably this one. Oh, it's gonna be that one over there. We cleaned up this greenhouse yesterday, and we also cleaned up this area here. So I've got a nice rhubarb growing here. It's called Fulton Strawberry Delight. I got it from a mate at the plot, and I think she got it from Thompson and Morgan. If you look it up on Google, it's got bright red stems, and it's really sweet. But I thought it was dead, and so I had a little. Oh God, it's not focusing. I had a little poke around it, and yeah, it's alive. It's a late sprouting variety. So got a bit worried yesterday because I saw some of the other plot holders got their rhubarb sprouting already, but those are Victoria or other early varieties. So, and I've got here, if you believe it or not, 2 other fig trees planted, and they will get to that size at some point. These are Kurdish figs. I got it from a guy in where's he from? Bolton or Manchester, somewhere around there. Yeah, he's a Kurdish guy, obviously, and he brought it in back in the 90s or something, and he said he never had any figs off his tree because he planted them outdoors in Manchester. No surprise there. So I've got a couple here. I've got a few in my polytunnel greenhouse on the other plot, and I'm hoping that this year we'll get some fruits off it, because last year they almost ripened, and no, I sort of neglected it, and I think like I said in my other videos, that tunnel was sorted later in the year, so a lot of figs didn't had a chance to ripen. But having said that, my Valley Negra here, it's not Vista, it's definitely Valley Negra, even though I believe they're about the same. We did have some main crops from this tree, and last year being the shittiest of the shittiest year for growing figs in the UK, they did well considering. So this tunnel, I'm definitely not cleaning this today. I got my peach trees here, so I'm focusing this tunnel just for the peaches, even though you can see the peach trees right at the end. They do need the environment, the airflow. So if I'm to come here and plant more and more trees, then they'll they just won't grow well, if you know what I'm saying. They will attract more bugs, more humidity, and then you end up getting like mold and fungus and what's the other one called, scale, etc. So I used to have over 40 varieties of citrus at one point, and a lot of you have seen it, and now I only got like 4. That's because I neglected them, and I just don't have the time or space or energy to grow citrus along with other fruit trees that I'm growing, that I can easily grow in this country. Obviously you can grow citrus in the UK. I've been to, if you ever get a chance, try and visit the citrus center in Pulborough. It's in the it's near Chichester, well, I say near, probably about 20 miles away from Chichester, but it's in the South Downs, and they're absolutely beautiful valley, and they've got beautiful nursery. I think they've got over 100 varieties of citrus growing in their greenhouse or nursery. And it's a retired couple. Their plants are quite expensive to buy, but you will get what you pay for. And I got this from them, Murukot, and I've got one more from them. I think it died, unfortunately, because I didn't look after them. So what the deal breaker for me was, last year I had about 7 varieties on this row and about 3 here, and I had a couple of American citrus that my friend brought me over from California. Those were, I think, Tango Mandarin and Gold Nugget, and I was really looking forward to those. And they almost flowered, and one of them almost ripened at one point. But when you cut them open, you know how the citrus look like when you grow them in this country. You cut them open, you get a thick rind and less fruit. So that's not good, is it? So that's because they need to grow in ground or massive pot. If you grow them in like a smaller pot, they're just never gonna give you any nice fruit. So that was all right. I planted them in ground. 3-4 years they did really well, and last year we had a heavy frost and they died. So I thought, fucking hell, you spend all this time and effort, and you grow them in these pots. They need this sort of that's dead anyway, but they need the sort of soil mix like 5-1-1, and you put them in ground, and when it's frosty they die. So that's not good. So I'm just growing now. That's a Owari Satsuma. It's not Owari, it's one of the other one. It's a Satsuma. I got my lemon one, or a Murukot orange or mandarin from the citrus center, and then down there I've got pomegranate. Not pomegranate, pomelo. And then obviously I've got the peach trees, 3 blood peach, which we had a tremendous crop last year, and you've all probably seen it. And then we've got a couple other varieties, which I can't remember the names now, all labeled somewhere in my diary. And then I've got a fig tree here. It's a TFD Argentile, and I've grafted a Craven's Craven in there. So even though I did say that I'm not planning on growing a lot of trees in here, I don't think these citrus are gonna do anything, to be honest, and I'm not looking after them. So I'm in a way hoping that they die. But the fig will grow, so I will only eventually have 3 peach trees and a fig tree, and that's more than enough for this tunnel. And yeah, that's the future for this tunnel. And for the citrus, if they survive, I might dig them out and pot them up. Don't be disheartened by this video. You can grow citrus in this country, but you have to put a lot of energy and effort. And if you're growing 100 or more fig trees along it, you definitely won't have time to look after them. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Citrus need their own. If you're growing them for fruits, that is, if you just want to have a nice beautiful plants and citrus flower and then show people that, oh look, I've got citrus, then you can grow pretty much any variety. But if you want fruits, high quality fruits, you have to take care of them. Yeah, that's that. So back to the figs. My plan for today is this greenhouse here. So I'll do it before and after. See that? So I'll just clean this greenhouse up and I'll come back and I'll show you how it looks like.
A few moments later.
So guys, after maybe an hour and a half of constant cleaning, managed to tidy up the greenhouse. Obviously still haven't cleaned the glasses. That's for probably in spring. Yeah, we've got plenty of time, so I'm doing bit by bit, little and often. I was hoping to do 2 greenhouses today. I'm just so knackered, man. It's just the amount of work involved in cleaning the trees, the leaves that's stuck between the grooves of the greenhouses, things like that. So I've obviously the weeds, they're still there. I've got other plans for the weeds. So I'll speak to you about that later. But the greenhouse is done. So we'll move on to the next greenhouse tomorrow. And the other problem I had was the mint plant that I had here. It sort of exploded here last year. So just about everywhere you can see the little sprouts of mint. As much as I love them, I don't really want them everywhere. I know I said buying weeds no competition for figs, but mint plants are they're just too vigorous. So I'll have to sort them out. About the wood lice, if you look carefully at these bases, you can see like little ones. They're tiny little cute babies, but they're fucking annoying. This is so so sorry about this swearing, but they are such a nightmare, and they're just about everywhere if you look carefully here. So the plan is, like I said yesterday, I said I'll put the name up of the powder that I'm gonna use. It's called diatomaceous earth. Nothing fancy. You can buy them on eBay or Amazon online. Or just I wouldn't buy it from a garden center because they will charge you probably 10 times more. Just buy online. I had some lying around for a couple of years, so I'll use that. If it's out of date or expired, then I'll get some more. But yeah, that's the plan. I know Brian reminded me of the name in the comments from on my video from yesterday. Yeah, so that greenhouse is done, guys. I'll move on to the next one. The major difficulty in cleaning these greenhouses is because I haven't completely pruned the trees, so it's quite difficult to maneuver around these gnarly branches. They just get in the way. Sometimes you get a nice slap on your face every now and then. Yeah, I'm really proud of the blueberries. They're doing all right. Yeah, hopefully we'll get plenty of blueberries this year to try out. I say if you got lots and lots of figs or fruit trees, it can get a bit of stressful and annoying at this time of year because not a lot's happening. I know people who grow vegetables, they are into sowing seeds and what have you now. I used to grow a lot of vegetables before, but I don't grow a lot now, just stick to a few tomatoes and that, because we don't really have a lot of people to eat them, so it's just a waste. I don't really fancy growing them for others, although as good as it is to share them with neighbors and everything, my time's valuable. I need to spend my spare time with family, not just growing vegetables for the village. So I say little and often. I say that all the time. Try not to do a lot at a time. I could have done, like I said, that greenhouse as well. I still got time, but I won't do it. I'll do it tomorrow. Fresh mind. And I'll go home now, have some lunch, play some games, watch some crap on YouTube. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave some comments if you're watching it, and let us know what you're up to.